almost say almost ye bibi a friend no a year strategic seminar ahead of parliamentary resumption. Oh, sorry, parliament resumption. I'm sorry. Let me take this again. Minority holds strategic seminar ahead of parliament resumption. PZ for you say Ochina and a parliament esa etnase. Na 88 no, Oshamwa, I say a anti-B, I anasa Kobna Furi, Eli, school, Ominate group picture. MP former parliament in Yani. It is all the Dimatama. Bompire set numbers the Dawson. Na Monkofona mu protect you mo say a MP before no. Omunyina nie, o my say a Kobra Furi, Eli, I okobwasia. School be a no course at school no. A sa school omo pe obekora obi adi class wo saito eye Kobra Furi da be ne Kobra Furi erade basa erade basa se me international school fiti me nkora abram nyan kona dada b ye de froye for ye de Queen Ejima International School and the best in Obuasi. Queen Ejima International School. Obi of Buasi be an adjuni ejuma wako school at say utum sa akredi wa bein adjuni ejuma Queen Ejima International School. Yes, and yene hone ko international school there papa no butu international school there. Na ne adan fofo nyina wo saito. My mom story no ye go enim. Na ye nan fofo papa nyina wo saito because yene no na that the school there ko ba na pe saito for lasem because saito for omo no mo kick no. Ai red na hodo. But school be a very radi basa e obuase e radi abasa. Obego school no be any school hɔ but de bia be any hɔ de bia teacher ni hɔ me hu say teacher gina hɔ na nse na be radi basa for e radi basa sa mun chance na tutu amon frɛ me meboa mo ama ya bɔ so foforo me hu say na mun chance na no etutu ni ade me body is rebejo e radi basa wa tie school no e radi basa omo enkura ni go school because school na gasa enkura na hyɛ bubu ntokura ni nyina ai enkura na bubu school no windows omo bubu no enti teacher dem ba ko no nyina hurihuri dwane ba wo ni bobo erade basa de wo ni bobo erade basa eba inter JSS on be show erade basa jai de bi omo bu school windows no because they be true ones in the 100.1% ai but I say aye pa erade basa for nyame hira say my school ni erade basa now when mama say erade basa student eno bugu erade omo say erade basa student no MPP former parliament nyina omu nie ready for muntie MPP former parliament so omakoye meeting na omofre bibi strategic meeting strategic research said PZ for yes say omako hye kokuom e na omokeka muti abom say parliament bebie enti your agenda ya yeka etimbom say na be parliament bia afenyo marking kasongo 99 obedi enim no jimi no baba form kakra na de ekore de mu ayedin it is strategic meeting nyina ne say the NDC a omo 188 ne ba bia mbo atogu so enye now Mama Chawadebi, and when you look at our topic for the day, this is the topic. It says, I want you to take a little bit of a break. Mama and Laja Adewi. And MP before me, Tom Quentin, Edis Adewi Abba. Also, me and Laja, you flyer that. What if the NPP had won? Have you asked yourself that question? Have you sat down as a Ghanaian? What's Nasi Busa question? Say, what if NPP had won 2024 elections? That is a reality check. So you Ghana, you are Ghana. Now you need to sometimes sit back and ask yourself this question: we a businessman, we a student, we a senior high school student, we're at tertiary school for government institutional and they won't your fees first year. We a police ni, we a soldier ni, we a obia sebi we a contractor, okofanyoma, obia o idea entrepreneur. Obi a wa uton ya busa ho say iti nanka MPP we ni ya de nanka besi. Have you asked yourself that question? And a very important question, because the moment we fail to answer this question ourselves, that it means we as a people, we still don't see the damage MPP did to us. What if the NPP had won? Now, Menoka say, should I try when you show with chi? Neka say, hey, it's in MPP we need ya. It's in MPP we need ya. As we speak, you know, nyoma ekwaso anka yebe huana. Would we have seen it say, aya Ghana na TCC ano, aya baby ti se cocoa board, eka we ne daho. Cocaine sa ye season report. Anka MPP we need ya. Anka sa cocaine si ye chin reporti. Anka yebe chiba akumpo. Busa ho questions. MPP we need ya. It's inka chairman won to me and then chairman won to me. Anka krono ne dwuma we di Ghana anka the chairman wuntumi anka be friend no police station da senka MPP wini ya eye edubuahin national security operative ya kromfo ya and the original, would we have seen anything like that? Inti edubuahin de na all ye no senka MPP wini ya anka de all ye no kobe no 10 times. Do you know that? National service scandal ya abaya gifty or worry yes or yarada demi senka abayan sisananka MPP wini ya. Do you think say we would have seen anything? I am showing you the danger we have been able to bring ourselves out of. Don't underestimate the MPP. Into one obusa who say intinka MPP wini ya. In some ye kan sisi anadwi san sama ye ken de ye hu ende dollar yi bebia beduri anka ebeba beduru sana. Busa who say question no. It is anka MPP wini ya. Inti omo ye bo mu to 2020 elections any ayawa so west wagon any election 2024 ya ogi senka ye be bie sansem no so busa ho sa question no. Sit back. MPP wini ya inti gabi ochida akon ogi se de na anko oye no anko be jai senka MPP wini ya gofredame otumi ko gina court na wa fanko for meeting mu say opese or making sure so be jail ato forcing because any privilege oji senka MPP wini ya anka gofredame kwa siade na oye no oji senka obejai senka MPP wini ya mibusa wo oforiata Ken Oforiata the damage he was doing de na ode yemo no de na ode data bank eye wo Ghana no de na omode Bank of Ghana eye no. Do you think say senka MPP wini ya if NPP had won? We so those questions. Me say sa ECG container see senka NPP wini 2024. The question is anka beden put you a container ba kumpaira. And these are questions we need to sit back and every day ask ourselves. We should not forget these questions. We should not. Do not underestimate what is happening. What is happening is a great leap. It's a great change. We all should be proud and support it. We should not underestimate what is happening. We came together as a people and we made decision in the history of our republic. In less than 5 months, right now we are crying. Said dollar no. It is going down too much. Sometimes you sit back. No one say, okay, MPP Sesiano, what is their plan? Nyoma omudi ye near ti kroma. Nyoma omudi ye Ghana for. Brian the champion din kofo nim ayawaso west wagon. E bu kofo te se moa. A whole commission release it. White paper said nanado dan kwekufuado. Brian the champion needs to be reprimanded. Kinaso. Now we didn't pat them. Too many of them are Brian the champion. You deal. Nanado dan kwekufuado je paper to twene ye. Enti bibusa wo senka NPP wini ya. Akaji se Brian the champion. Adia oye no obejai. Lord come Gina TV so catch them so no to me or the dibone. Lord come me betna ha a whole scandal. Illegal pirated diesel. Lord come mo. Omudi be Gina tema port. Audio botcher mo gin say anka power ansesa. Sa nyoma na omuye o Jubilee House wono. Jankroma ko fa Mikimel aba. Santinka power ansesa mo gin say Mujin senka sa freedom na mo enjoy na ka mo be enjoy ana. In 2024, if NPP had won, Anka National Cathedral, no, they would still be stealing from you. Anka so-called board. Anka Kusibwati is still powerful. I know sometimes more questions. These people, these characters, in 2024, no, in about Winiya, Anka Samira na first lady. Samira Baumia Fulani no 2024 senka ye mistake ready to me ma Baumia anka Samira Baumia na ye first lady unim de hia Samira Baumia entoma na bra bomu nyina entoma say obepam ntoma $30,000 efra ne priority in life no because ohunu ho say or no or your model or who say or your makeup artist or who say Ghana for man mugu kejetiano omu ye tuntum omu ye nkurasefo or no de belonging to a class. Senka 2024 Ghana for Senka NPP we ni ya anka Napo na ya vice president. Napo or your energy minister she ende Jima ye hu ewo energy ministry she eka Napo e bottle ho. Senka MPP e win election na anka eye CJ Tokonu koda wote office. Do you think Senka you would have gotten justice in anything in Ghana? Let's be real here. Anka Osroma Ame Tokonu da wote Supreme Court. Anka Cheba Fobeko Supreme Court. Anka the Judicial Secretary Beko Supreme Court. Anka eye all the people they have lined up anka make January and come move on Supreme Court. I am asking, do you know how dangerous that could have been? We are talking about Oforiata. Hey, I have a video. Almost Oforiata again. Mami Chowa Debi. That Z Kwansma text me. Hey, Kwansma one time text me and they were texting me back. Now Mami Chowa Debi. Almost Oforiata again. Almost Oforiata again. Oforiata Yare. He told me about Ghana. I have a video of Oforiata in a restaurant in America. Ken Oforiata. I'm sure I may do some time and you may be ambassador because I am working on a bigger project. Interna you may be ambassador. I'm for Winchro. Ken Oforiata. Almost Ken Oforiata de Wayare or Yare. I'm sure Ken Oforiata. Maybe a restaurant and I Ken Oforiata etimuha ADD. Maybe a video of Ken Oforiata. Almost Ken Oforiata is sick. He cannot come to Ghana. Now, OSPD, Minyan hot time. I'm sure Ken Oforiata. Look at this. Yaman boy and fine because the kind of work we are doing, no. Here says sometimes, no, you be keeping. I'm sure MPP we need Ken Oforiata on Yario. He is hiding. Ken Oforiata ni. I'm sure. Maybe a restaurant. Me, you call Ken Oforiata. We try the video. Ken Oforiata only. I'm sure. Ken Oforiata in America. What's what Yari? This is the restaurant. I'm showing you the restaurant. This is the restaurant. Phoenix Palace. And I'm going to Ken Oforiata. Oh, he was having dinner. And Andre Chilobe London. He was here. Just here he's in London. I will show you in London where he lives and what he's doing in London. And I'm going to Ken Oforiata. And I'll have a dinner. Yeah, only. I didn't catch your picture. I saw my video. You see Ken Oforiata? That's Ken Oforiata sitting back there. You see Ken Oforiata? That is Ken Oforiata sitting back there. That is Ken Oforiata. When I see Ken Oforiata yare on to me nanti. Mama show a video of Ken Oforiata. Ken Oforiata ni hwechiro all at one. You see Ken Oforiata back there? These people, we are monitoring them every day. They need to come home and answer questions. Ken Oforiata is not sick. He's been walking around here in the US. When I saw Yare, anytime I get OSP, say, I keep asking Ghana for me. Say, Sanko Fowe, let me put this up. If the NPP had won, when did you see? Huh? Because nobody at a point in time, not Ghana will be able to Kasa from the judiciary to the Flagstaff House to even government institutions. Introduce sometime, I'm going to check a crack. Near Musa question say, hey, mistake I and this year BM. Now Busa wants say MPP, what's their plan? I'm a plan to say John Mahama echo opposition in 2017. What did John Mahama do? John Mahama and the NDC, they sat back and allowed their work to work for them. Their work to speak for them. Into which NDC call opposition now. Yani Ghana for any NDC MPP tonight first years 2017. 2018, 2019, we were still not seeing anything from the NPP. Ekufuor had told us to say, "Washo Nyankopon bo into Bisi Cathedral." Time Ekufuor taking over from John Mahama on Baumia. Now there were so many senior high school blocks. They ignored it and told us to say, so we were like, okay, these people are intelligent. Let's see what they can do. One district, one factory. We did not see them build one factory from scratch. Later along the way, I'm gonna say, oh, their idea was to support existing factories. Ever seen there? You know existing factories, you know. One district, one constituency, one dam. Near than what to Ghana, 3 years. We had not said anything. The guys had not shown us one. One dam. Say we have built one dam. We didn't see even one. Every constituency was going to get $1 million from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. We were still watching them. They could not point to election 2020 campaign. They could not point to one company, one factory they had built. They could not point to one regional hospital they have built. They could not point to one road that they have constructed. They could not point to one dam that they have constructed. They were able to point to a cathedral that they never promised us. And that cathedral, was it a cathedral we could see? It was a hole. We were still like these people. They came back and told us their excuse was that COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war. So we were like, okay, we all know the suppression we're going through. You could not show us anything. So when are they chair for the past 4 years, 2017, 2020? So Ghanaians were a little bit, confused. 2020 elections, they killed about 8 people to take the elections from the people. Yanka Bibia. We thought to say, at least they will learn sense and be like, the things we could not do in the first 4 years, fast. For another 4 years, these people could not point to one E-block they have built. They could not point to one dam they had constructed. They could not point to one district that they had built from scratch. One constituency, 1 million, nobody got that money. They could not point to one single road that they came to construct. These people could not point to one regional hospital. One regional hospital. So after 2017-18, Ghanaians started watching the NDC and saying, okay, let's go back to JM. Let's go back to the NDC. Now let's look at their track record. Did they actually do something? So it was what they had done. The NDC, that is what did the magic. Ghanaians started becoming wise. Now they started using technology. They started asking questions. Enti ube na young man be at your phone. Now akojina baby, monhwe school that way, NDC ne see. Monhwe den ekwan way, NDC ne. So then the NPP as a political party and their mentality had not changed, but they forgot that the people were changing. Thank you. They forgot to say their you see, the NPP, they themselves, they've not changed. Now, because they have not changed, they don't expect Ghanaians to change in the way we think and the way we do things. So they have always underestimated the thinking of a Ghanaian, the level of intelligence that Ghana needs him into what they do. And they say, they always see themselves, say, because they have not changed, they are still using a 4-4-2 formation. MPP for a tribe. Time JJ Rollins, Time Kwame Nkrumah. So Ghanaians will still not change. But what they failed to understand, and they say, technology had come in. Ghanaians wanted answers. Ghanaians were asking questions. So Ghanaians fell back and be like, let's watch John Mahama. Then see if we can consider him. But how are we going to consider John Mahama? Then that is when your past records come in. So now they started seeing the job at John Mahama and NDC. They started seeing the construction they did, the way they were sustaining the dollar. Time I don't free power, not dollar was 3.8. How are almost free power now? Almost to me, SC factories. Commander Sugar Factory more now is going to be revived again. How John Mahama and the NDC, they had built UGMC, they had built Bank of Ghana Hospital, they had built so many regional hospitals. So now Ghanaians started to see the universities they are seeing the E-blocks they built. So Ghanaians started asking themselves, no, there's a difference between these two political parties. And then John Mahama be attractive. And obviously, people like us and good people like myself who saw the light and started speaking truth and using facts, Ghanaians became more enlightened and they started considering and be like, no, we made a mistake in 2016. Now the question I want to ask the MPP now is simple. What are they telling us? Are they going to show us what they did? And what at all did they do when they were in power? When they were in power for 8 years, we asked them, so I'm pointed to one thing on my year, they have ever seen there. They have not been able to do it. Now, the NPP strategy in the saying, their strategy now is that the NDC should make mistakes so that they can capitalize on that mistake and tell Ghanaians, say, we should not vote for NDC because they have made mistakes. The NDC obviously will make mistakes, but the NDC will serve the people. We have never had a perfect government on this planet. What we have never had on this planet is a perfect government. But there's one thing that we know. We want governments to serve. Enti sa utie MPP for na so mushia na se omo kasa. You listen to them carefully. They are just thinking, say, within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, nipa 1.8 million na omo tutia MPP because of their abysmal performance. No, those 1.8 million people will all change their mind because NDC have mistakes. Now NDC have mistake na o complete schools. No, NDC have mistakes na se OC factories. No, NDC have mistakes na dollar na bedu 4. NDC have mistakes na ejuma ohwa. Who cares about the mistakes the NDC makes? What the people will care about is NDC. Ejuma ben omuyeye. It is when the MPP meet and they are talking, you listen to them carefully. They don't have any message. They don't have any plan. They don't even want to tell you they have committed, you people, they have committed crimes. They don't want to accept to say, Omaye Mobone. But what they are doing now is our campaigning and say NDC any mistake. So when you listen to Afenyo Makin, not only NPP for the coma, this is the message of the NPP. Omo message in say NDC made mistakes. Omo mistakes and you winning power.
Supposing they will have a leadership issue. Mama has only one term, so you would have to bring a new leader. That is where you will also see that no problem. Apathy 2028, the apathy will come to them, to their side. If you look at the turnout, even in Volta, so almost a Ashanti region, we recorded only 67% turnout. They even have 65% turnout in Volta. Supposing they will have a leadership issue. Mama has only one term, so you would have to bring a new leader. That is where you will also see that no problem. Apathy 2028, the apathy will come to them, to their side. If you look at the turnout, even in Volta, so almost a Ashanti region, we recorded only 67% turnout. They even have 65% turnout in Volta.
So this is the idea. Apathy mra. They don't have anything. This is the leader of the minority. Kasongo Kakaureri. Afenyo Makin. The message or the man MPP for oh. Na say omo ba be new flag bearer. John Mahama we are new flag bearer. Tomo be chire omo. Oh, now when him say omo water region cry na apathy ho nipa na mba Ashanti interneti na Ghana for ye Jimmy ntie beto ma MPP. This has been their message and this is their message. So this kind of political party then a church say our idea be or the baby boa mine and I say obe create adwuma and I say obe fight corruption and these people are not ready for power. They think same way Jimmy. They still think say Ghana 4 have not changed. They still think say, yeah, Jimmy, they still don't see the reality. And when you get a minority leader, Kasongo 99, Kakawere MP, content creator, Afenyo Makin. No, a gather party for so don't worry at all. Apathy, and also they are going to Mahama has only 4 years. Now Ghana 4 in 2028, when we all decide to say Mahama on twaso for Ejuma Waya, then obey. In 2028. So Ghana for nyina ya tu yangu kwa street so na ka say pe Mahama o Afenyo Makin, who are you? Opa Mahama exceed what we want him to do. We would rather want a second term of Mahama than fools like you. So instead of a political party sitting down to analyze, tell the people the truth, they are counting on apathy and the party in power changing their presidential candidates. That is the party for you. Do they have a reason? The reason is that omuni a message emanipano. The party is built on lies. The party is built on tribalism. The party is built on foolishness. Right now, the MPP as a political party, they have not changed but they are still not ready to understand. Say Ghanaians have changed. How many Ghana for now who say Ghana? So many people now. How many people voted on different issues? So many people now. So it is not about you wishing the NDC to fail. It's about the people. What they see is the government doing what the people want. If the government is doing what they want and the government is making mistakes, the people wouldn't care. And him say go for oetia and to abamano. Because na Ghana there, your man pebe matin grammar no fair by the president. Yeah, they could for to compare roles. I think because they could for a housemaid. But Ghana workers say, oh, yen share could for what tin so ni we are on. Anybody me jimi or ye. Yan for to me more. But the mamu ye who say, and yet tintin the nyansa ba and not yet ye who say, munim nyansa. They don't have the brains to govern. Now, how dear? Yanko enim yejum pizza for obiai okay. Yes, see Mr. Ekunfi and the Canada Japan ya DB. But we send people for the GB. What else can I do? And then the CEO court. Accra High Court grants 10 million Ghana cedis bill with 2 sureties to Professor Emil Ekunfi in ongoing 2 million SkyTrain trial. Must surrender passport and report weekly to police. Yes, and the Accra High Court, no. At the sika pudio 10 million out of Professor Ekunfi so. Nina alpha deche Sky Trainer MPP for we yaka so moko faba ebesi ne. Sanka MPP wini yanka sem we ka bete ho asem. Abi. If MPP had won, would you have heard about this? No. Anka Professor Amia Ekunfi beka kire mo ma se omo papa mbobra omo yankwasiafo. But because NPP winning Professor Amia Ekunfi and the Odi Court Akuniaba and the yadi sika to the so yadi the passport to them yes na what bia ombra no fan home be police. Sir Professor Ekunfi or chain ataya na o chain say ono atini fie enum nsuo. Professor Amia Ekunfi say o chain ataya the other chain na say atayi wo eye prison atayi oni passport yaje atayi wo prison menoka say atayi eye de sika dan so. Professor Frimpo Boate che atayi na o chen se otifie na atayi wo prison. There's no difference between this man and atayi. Now there one wa say we mu nyina say papa we last week so owu yenja no na on for sika bia asem no makache Ghana for say political issues are very tricky. Now the mama ni gene say eye oman Ghana, we all have come to that pointer. Yabeja to say I was sending pebi a maso. I was set on mine ye sacre ni. I was set on mine ye dani ni. Now at the end of the day, Ghana for ewu de ye wu bida. And none tina Ghana for majority no. We have hope in the new John Mahama. We want John Mahama to show us something that we have not seen before in our politics. Because you see, the John Mahama first and the John Mahama second is different. People now have hope in the new John Mahama because it is looking like in some of Kanyabia and what he is doing to reset this nation, it is becoming a reality. Sometimes it looks slow, but it is important because you don't also want to say, because you want to reset the nation, you want to step on the fundamental right of people in the nation. No. And what we need John Mahama to do is what John Mahama is doing. We want John Mahama to take our politics to the point whereby the year will be a Ghana politics or say BC. Now you na a standard in our politics. And when you see all these things, they will tell you, say, the government is witch hunting. The government is abusing the power. The government is using or working within the constitution. That is why nobody has been able to come out to state one law, one clause in the constitution that the president and this government have abused. Because say a chiwo biko jina quarter, nobody's right has been abused. Say Attorney General FIL case the law permits the Attorney General to do that. Nobody in Ghana today can say Papa way obi tietia the fan who so. That is why the Attorney General and this government has given him the right to get a lawyer. Say ya mananje amfa lawyer na say ya kan kasa bo ahye yem. Ya man the opportunity to also hire a lawyer to also come and defend him. Now Papa way media miyema ankose jeli no wu jail or kromfo on kan kure. Now and the Canada Japan DB 10 million Ghana cedis near the to Ekunfi so no. Canada Japan and over what I say Nitino Isabion and Oguta paper. Yes, yeah, Kennedy Japan steps in as surety for Professor Amir Akumfi in the SkyTrain case. Yes, Akumfi Tama court say Obi Embra no medin jinemu 10 million. Onfe Japadie Mesia wawa na Professor Amir Akumfi kromfo no en19 kofi nkoda na on time bra court no Kennedy Japan say ono na ye edien Batman. Kennedy Japan o play game be with MPP for Makacha mo say uyi Ghana for 10 MPP for a omwombiara no say omye 8 a emu 7 Jimmy uyi Ghana for 10 say MPP for 8 the woman emu 7 omo Jimmy. He's playing them when we so much Jimmy right now no he wants to play the hero. Now me pesa buta Kennedy Japan one kasa we case bar obenya sureties because you are spending all your sureties now. Don't spend your money. Don't spend your investment because the sureties now was spending in there no. One kasa wo dia ba wo sureties ni nyina wo nyomo we japade do go see awon nyina we are sure say you will get that money to do that. Now Kennedy Japan play game B and that was the same game Ekufuado play here in 2012, 13, 14, 15. In fact, all the way back in 2008. What they do is that they have read the MPP base. Inti, you see, hey Kennedy, and Professor Kumfi, party penny pao. Shasana wake game. Kennedy na ade ninkrata ni sika enyina akosi awawa. Inti Kennedy de onipa say MPP o man say mpreku, o man say nkoko. Anything na poka chom say omo de gele and omo pe any t-shirt. He is playing their minds because omo Jimmy. So he wants to play that messiah role. Time a party ni opposition no. Mena meje papers ebeye surety. Mena me bedi njine muma Ekumfi into one to mame. When we say party ni mudu na adwene wo form. When we say omo Jimmy, he's playing a game with them on him say MPP supporter there. Unhia padlock, there unhia ni gele. And suddenly Kennedy Japan is the hero in the MPP. Oh, na busa won say adentina Kennedy Japan anko endi chema wuntumi echi. Anko tia chema wuntumi e ka ye de to no so no wan fa de japade ankosi awawa every say chema wuntumi e oba omia camp every say chema wuntumi kro no obo no eno abi na Kennedy abo enti Kennedy Japan ehun say then he would rather go the other way and buy the sympathy from the weak-minded MPP supporters because you see MPP for oma ese enkoko the more eburu awoto no and the more we hear sound no kokwa no mo so enti sade we oye o play omo and them it say am rubber bi say obi akowia de and ode de ka cross no omo create scenes we nyina amamo because he needs something to fill the media. He needs something to make the MPP based thing say oh your hero suddenly Kennedy Japan adani hero MPP mu adan ye ko chi obi nti o so ode japade akosi awawa Kennedy Japan be so your hero catch on money nyina so mo form American passport in my US government no mo bra Ghana na mo be Ghana passport no mo tena Ghana ne enchechere Ghana John Mahama ne ba bia ni wakotena abrochire we make sure say the money there 90% omo nyina te Ghana and on omo te Ghana ebub Ghana so person che say odo Ghana we hero o mba 21 no catch omo nyina say omo passport omo form American government no omo nyina metena Ghana no omo ne wo en start enchechere Ghana no ne ehun say mo do Ghana kwase afo omo nzi ejimi. These are the cheap politicians are MPP grumi. Now yet then at this point Kennedy Japan to be a presidential candidate. Bawumia to be a presidential candidate. MPP ne go out to the point to say Kennedy ni Bawumia and air contested to run the NPP. Kennedy. Mekoti Kennedy ma economic speech. Mekoti so Bawumia so ma economic speech. Na Kennedy ni Bawumia omumi enu wan enim ade. Because ubusa Kennedy say I don't know sika also so no economics on buga no de nyesika ubusa ba omia so also right now he's somebody because of economics itomumi enu wan enim nyansa Kennedy ba omia who is smart because Kennedy baga so already one go school is street smart ba omia baga so on the school na bedru ha anything am na be vice president itomumi enu wan enim nyansa who is omumi enu come see enima who is smart none of them. They are playing on the MPP. Majority of the people of the MPP, omo daft, omo kinkai, omo ko school. Dodono street. They would love to work on the street than to get a little bit of knowledge. yakase wan ko school a enye school kwa na manyansa o e wo se wo nyansa majority of MPP for no nim nyansa na meka se nyansa ne se wakotwa woto ana wakogya wo nan na sebio wo de krata pepa woto a wanfa nche wonum a wo ye de woto twene ye ene ne nyansa no, and that kind of common sense mu ni bi school there say a book ya kenkan additional knowledge ne de kan ya adwene ho. Until you being in the classroom does not make you intelligent, because enke nyansa and a school na ba nipa hu nyansa anka ba omi abedi Ghana so inka dollar na ngendru 18 until also automatically who say sa nyansa de bi ni wo. Now MPP majority of them no that thing called sense to sit back, put their political affiliation aside, put their tribe aside, put their hatred for people aside, and to ask serious questions. No, that fundamental thing no omni be. And it's na idea dima MPP ni pa so ka just na say. Bi de aduane isi won chan bi de nsuo ka ho. Opachi MPP 45 tena dem. Momo aduane so air conditions so. Lock na ka che say o kwaba, o momo wana wa, omo ndwene. Oba omo nka de omo adwene nkire omo tumi kan kire. Me say per MPP 45. For good them. So air condition, so TV so. Na fe aduane si omo nche na ka jem say, me mama 1 hour. The work I want you people to do is to think. Just think. Me ba explain to me what you have been thinking about. They cannot tell you. Because you see, our journey is so weaker and through that level to break that level to make journey. They can't think. Why should the party at this point be looking up to Kennedy Japan Baumia? Why? Why should the MPP also be a party of intellectuals? Today, Baumia cannot defend his own thesis. Baumia led FX committee, led economic management team. Baumia was vice president for 8 years, opposition leader for 8 years. Baumia has been in politics for 16 years in leadership. Mahamudu Baumia has led the MPP for 16 years. Kennedy Japan or the MPP for billions. Why should today? Now the question here is, say the 2 million man ko for we are one no me ejuma. Omo kokra nipa efri Somalia na say we mu a dada ya yenkofo ya chema huntumi samia wukumo sa ankofo ya na say omo de nipa foforo bi firi baby na eba